Hi, welcome to albaughrodco. Right now what I'm doing is I'm working on a two-piece blank and I'm getting ready to cut it and I'm getting ready to install some nickel silver ferrules. Now I can't just go ahead and just cut my bamboo right down the middle. I have an 87-inch blank and it'd be easy to think that I just divide 87 in half, get 43 and a half, cut it in the middle, and everything's good. That will not work out because what I need to take into consideration is the lengths of the ferrules. And the ferrules have an amount that overlaps the bamboo, and basically what you'll end up with is two unequal halves. So I'm going to show you how to cut your rod. First, before we cut the rod, we do need to know what size ferrules we need to get. What I've done is I just kind of made a quick little chart. This would be kind of represent of a taper or a form. Here would be a 40-inch station. Here would be the 45-inch station. My rod's 87 inches, so I'm looking at a midway point of 43 and a half. When I planed out my butt section, I went over a station, and when I planed out my tip, I also did the same. I started back a station. So they share a same point, which is 43 and a half. According to my math, with a 40 station of 181 and a 45 station of 0.194, basically what that's going to mean is that my 43 and a half measurements should be 0.189. And I already did the measuring, and the way you go ahead and measure these is you measure flat to flat to flat with your calipers, and you take the average, and you should be pretty much right on your number. On my butt, I average 188. On my tip, I average 0.19. That's the difference of 2 thousandths. I'll take that any day of the week. 2 thousandths is smaller than the width of a piece of paper, so that's a pretty good measurement. So my average of those is 189. That's right where I need to be. In order to find the size of your ferrules, all you do is put your measurement into a calculator, 0.189, and you're going to multiply it by 64 because your ferrules are sold in 64ths of an inch. And that equals 12.032, which is close enough to a size 12. And that's the size of the ferrule I got. The ferrules I got are nickel silver ferrule, and they're the ferrules that I sell on my website. They're supplied by Arcane Water Components. They're made from nickel silver bar stock. They're high quality. They come oversized. You'll have to lap them yourself. Basically, you're just taking 1/1000ths, 2 thousandths of an inch off to get a proper fit. And I'll show you that in the later installments. Right now, we're going to get our measurements to cut the rod. I'm just going to tell you an easy way to do it. I'm going to take my male ferrule and my calipers, and I'm going to measure the length of the slide. And that's going to go right down to that first welt. This whole section is going to seat inside the female ferrule. So I'm going to get this measurement from here to here. And we're going to call it 6.5. So 0.625 or 6, I'm sorry. We're going to call it 0.650, and we're going to divide that number by 2, and we're going to come up with 0.325. I'm going to take this number and I'm going to subtract it from my midpoint on my butt. So I'll take my calipers, I'll set it to 3.25. And I'm going to lock that into place. And I'm just going to subtract that from my midpoint section. So I got it there, and it's going to draw a line right there. And since I subtracted from there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it to my tip section. So I already have a line representing my halfway point, and I'm going to add that there. And I cut on these new lines, and what's going to happen is for my tip section, that will relocate my male slide, it'll slide back my female, and now when it's inserted, I'm going to have a rod length that is now 87 inches. Now I can go a little bit further, and I can take into account the width of the moisture plug, and that's just a piece of nickel silver to where things bottom out, and the moisture plug on here is obviously the cap. It's roughly about a 1/16 of an inch. I'm not going to worry about it because I've still got the butt to cut, and I also still have the tip top to cut, and I need to move my measurement to 1/16. I'll take it from the butt, I'll take it from the tip. That will not affect the action. I want to make sure my ferrule section is accurate and the taper runs smooth the whole way through. Later on, I'm going to show you how to fit the ferrules. Once I get the ferrules fitted, we're going to mount the tip top. That's going to take some cutting because we have to accommodate for the length of the loop. And I'm also going to show you how to measure up for the reel seat. One thing with the reel seat is that I'm going to have to take into account of my butt cap. So there's going to be a few things left that I'm going to take into account for. They're not going to affect the action if I move up and down a 1/16 or 32nd of an inch to get my measurements. My rod is exactly the same length, and when I'm done, it's going to be an 87-inch rod. The action will not be compromised because of the ferrule. And next time you see me, hopefully I'll be showing you how to prepare the stations for installment. Thank you.